Hello, Dato. So, good day to all. Myself is Wei Feng here from HarvestNet. I'm the chairperson for today's IRP meeting, our first initial meeting. And we have Dato Hood.
Hello.
Can you hear? Can
Hello.
Hello, yes, can hear?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Okay, thank you for joining us. All right.
Welcome.
Okay, so basically, maybe Dato, you'd like to share a bit about yourself to us.
Well, before that, let me have who are there so that I can see the faces of our group in this meeting, so that I will be able to recognize them. Besides you, of course.
Can you see all of us? Because they are all on already. You have
okay,
to,
but I couldn't see. Wait, I couldn't see them.
You have to put the view, the grid view or something like that.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay.
Can see all?
Oh, wait. Participant, 8 of them, invite.
Yeah, yes. There's like supposedly you can see like up to 9.
Wait. Couldn't see on the screen.
Can we send?
Okay.
Can see?
Now I can see everyone.
Oh, good, cool. So
I think everyone look very handsome. Congratulations.
Okay, so
thank you. I'm talking to Mr. Go, is it?
Oh, Nyo.
Oh, Nyo, sorry.
I'm Wei Feng here.
Okay, right.
Nyo.
Alright.
So, Devan, Encik Gani?
Pardon?
Encik Gani, wave.
Where is he? Oh, Encik Gani there.
Can see. Then we have.
I think Encik Gani look different over the Zoom.
Over Zoom,
yes, he look different. He look younger.
He look younger, yeah.
Yes.
He's calling from San Fran.
Okay. Are you overseas, Gani?
No.
Because I saw you behind the bridge there. The bridge.
Yeah. I'm in my room.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Have like CS Go.
CS Go, yes.
Hi, Dato.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
Fine, I'm good. How are you, Dato?
Where are you speaking from?
As in everybody, I didn't start from home. I'm from PJ, Petaling Jaya.
PJ, okay. And then next.
Maybe just tell a bit about yourself, and maybe we just do one intro.
I don't know whether we have met each other, but I have met, of course, you and Gani. But the other 4, I couldn't remember whether we met before. Maybe yes, maybe no. So myself is for those who are not knowledgeable about me. I was before, or even now, I'm still a bit of involved in the communication multimedia industry. Still there, but not in full-time manner. I'm involved in one company, for example, the TSGN, the TS Global Network, based in Sabarjaya. It's dealing with satellite services, VSAT. And then I'm also involved in one small company, Wamata Solution. It's more consultancy, what do you call it, type of company, dealing with radio communication and spectrum management. So that is another one. And of course, I am involved in 1 or 2, not really a company, but it's more like organization. Quite involved in the IEEE. Maybe most of you also are involved in that IEEE activities, which is much organized by the university fraternities. So I'm involved there, still continue involving them. Of course, if they were still, or they are still wanting me to assist them, I do help them up to now. For example, I think they are looking into hosting the next Globecom conference in Kuala Lumpur, Globecom 2023. We had recently ICC 2016 in Kuala Lumpur. You there? I'm not sure whether you all also aware of that or involved in that conference. So, and what else I'm involved? Of course, I have small outfits on our own. It's more on ICT type of activities. But before that, of course, you're aware of my background. I was with Jabatan Telekomunikasi Malaysia. Before and after Telecom were privatized to become Telekom Malaysia, but I remain in the regulatory body, Jabatan Telekomunikasi Malaysia, the regulator, and then later was with CMC, the MCMC, until 2001, I think, 2001. Yes. So I think that more or less that is my background, bit of my experience. And of course, I was with MTDC for quite a while. And IUM, the International Islamic University Malaysia, the consultancy outfit of IUM. And with UPM and UATHM, University Tun Hussein On Johor, and of course UTM. So that's what more or less my background is, very much in the telecommunications and CMM industry. So I hope that gives a bit of my background. Okay, you?
Yes, thank you, Dato'. Very clear. So probably we do one round to let Dato' Hud knows about a bit about yourself. Okay. So yeah, can we start with like the CS first? Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Dato', just to introduce myself, I was previously in a consulting company called Accenture, or during that time it was Anderson Consulting or Arthur Anderson. I was attached predominantly to Mampu in the Prime Minister's department to work on the electronic government projects. So I was there for 5 years working on the multiple electronic government projects, from the strategic crafting processes as well as the technical aspect of delivering digital, I would say, enhancements towards the government operations. So I was there for 5 years. Then after I left, I started my own company called Select TV. Until today, I'm still with Select TV. We supply content delivery platforms to the hospitality markets, meaning that we supply IPTV platforms, content as well. So at the same time, we also do room automations, meaning that we are very familiar with the IoT environment. In fact, we were one of the first, I would say, pioneer companies working together with MDEC during then to spearhead content delivery technologies in the country, as well as bringing content platforms to the mass market. So that's I would say, my background.
Very good. Very good. Congratulations. You were with Accenture, is it?
Accenture, yes.
And correct. And what was the company that was defunct, was closed due to something going on in US, famous in Malaysia, of course. You know, Dato' Zainal Puteh?
Yes.
What was the company's name? This company that was led by him?
That I can't remember. It is a networking company, and it's network-based company.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name off my head now. It was many years back. I think that was many years back. It was at least 18 years. Yeah, something so. Along that line. Yeah, something
20 years ago. Yes.
20 years ago. Yeah, during then.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Dato'.
Thank you.
Next we have Tina.
Hello, Dato. My name is Tinagaran. I'm previously from, I'm sure you would have remember, Mutiara Telecom.
Yes, of course. I
Yeah.
remember.
So I was with Mutiara Telecom, more on the product management side, device testing and ranging until I was there about 9 years until Digi Telecommunication. After
Yes.
that, I joined Sony Ericsson, Sony Mobile, the smartphone and the feature phone brand. So handling many portfolios there, sales, channel, marketing, account management and all that. Then after that, I joined distribution and now currently just started up a new company about 2.5 years back, dealing with distribution of smartphones, devices, gadgets and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But still, you are still very young person, isn't it?
No, I'm about 44 years old.
There you are. Still a long way to go.
Yes.
So nice to meet you and of course interact with you. Hopefully within this what do you call it? I shall say HarvestNet activities. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, looking forward, Dato. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Vincent.
Hello, salam sejahtera, Dato.
Vincent, how are you?
Hi, fine, Dato. Nice to meet you also and the team. My little bit background is I attached to ABB, which is an electrical engineering company. It's a Sweden and German-based company. So in there, I attached to ABB for 5 years, dealing with product management. Basically, it's dealing more with M&A consultant and also the aircon chiller, all the controls. Then later part, I joined Philips Lighting. This is a Dutch company dealing with all the lightings control and also our day-to-day lighting portfolio. And in Philips also, I deal very much with Sirim and also ST, and also joined the working group to actually discuss about MS standard for lighting, including JKR for road lighting last time. And after leaving Philips Lighting, attached with them for 10 years right now, I'm still attached to a lighting company, a local company for 6 years. So basically, 16 years in lighting until today.
So you're an expert in the lighting
Right.
industry.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Very good. You can get advice from you later.
Sure, Dato.
Okay. So
Yes.
next we have Gerald Lee.
Thanks, Neo. Good afternoon, Dato, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gerald. Well, my career span has always been in FMCG and also a short stint, but it's not really a short stint. It's about 5 years stint with Celcom Axiata back then. Right. I've been with companies such as Unilever, Etika, Munchies, Red Bull, and now I'm currently with a FMCG startup company in Malaysia. It is not really a old brand per se, not really a new brand. It is an established brand. Unfortunately, for Malaysian context, it is brand new. So I'm still in the midst of setting that up together with the team that's in place, and we hope to be able to launch the product and the brand into the market. Well, hopefully soon. Right? Hopefully once the COVID situation, has actually stabilized. All right.
We look forward to hearing more from you.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can catch up separately then.
Well, I think for me, of course, it's very a big opportunity for me to know new people like you all, and hope to add on to my experience.
Sure.
In the various industry. I thought now you have electrical expert in lighting and yourself, so you have some background with Axiata Celcom. I think you mentioned this now.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 years.
When was it with when were you with Celcom Axiata?
Sorry again? Which
when
department?
were you with them? With Celcom?
Where was I? 2003, I think 2003 to 2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you still have good contact with them, Celcom Axiata?
Yes, I still have. But again, I think most of my peers actually left. So again, I still have some contact over there.
So you have Idham heading Celcom now?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I joined, it was under Dato' Shazali.
Yes. Correct. Very true. Well, nice. Very good.
Okay, next.
All right, thank you.
And Gani, maybe you want to just a little intro to all of them.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Dato'. I think Dato' does not need my introduction because he was my boss previously when I was in the Jabatan Telecom. At that time, Dato' was the Director General of the Jabatan Telecom. So after Jabatan Telecom, we were doing actually a lot of regulatory work, especially on the communication equipment certification. And when the department was closed down and taken over by MCMC, I was shifted to SIRIM to start the certification department in SIRIM, doing the same regulatory work. So basically, I think my whole life from the day I joined the government department until now, I'm doing regulatory work. Okay, that's all.
Okay, and also one of our director, Alfian, he wants to, he already pre-recorded a video. So right now, I'm sharing the screen with everyone. And as well, we'll proceed, besides the video, proceed on with the proper for the IRP meeting, okay? Let me share the screen. All right. So this is Alfian bin Muhammad Tan Sri Muhammad Basir. He is joining us as the director for the company. All right.
Foremost, I want to apologize for not being able to attend today's IRP online meeting because I have another meeting that was already pre-arranged, which I'm sharing as well. So it clashes with today's meeting. But anyway, thank you very much to all the IRP members and all the other participants attending today's online meeting. I think HarvestNet's initiatives to become the ACB is a very good initiative. We welcome all the insights and feedback from the IRP members to ensure that everything is in place and it becomes a successful initiative for HarvestNet. Anyways, we'll join the next meeting. If anything, I will be in touch. Bye.
Okay. Okay, with that, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Okay, so what we, as per, I have sent you all the agenda outline. Basically, today's attendance, this will be all the attended one. Encik Gani can only be serving as an observer because he's from our company. The rest the IRP will have to be from the members. All right. Once we have Dr. Hood, Gerald Lee, Dinagaran, CS Go, as well as Vincent Tan Chin Seng. So that fulfills the quorum. And agenda-wise, besides the introduction by myself and of course chairing this meeting to let you all get to know each other, right now I'll move to item 1.2, which is essentially the introduction on HarvestNet as an accredited CB. What are we doing and what will be our plans, so that you all can give us more feedback, especially in terms of the industries. All right. So with that, can you see this? Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. Our accreditation is coming from Department of Standards Malaysia, for which is under MITI, Ministry of Industry and International Trade. We are going for the accreditation certification as a certifying body to do product certification, which is essentially type approval. Okay. So if you look into the MRA in ASEAN, or we can call it the Mutual Recognition Agreement in ASEAN, cross-border requirement have two main things. Of course, the compliance for technical regulations. For example, we are looking at EN standards, the FCC, so that as a certifying body, we'll actually award out a certificate of conformity, which we call COC. All right. But post-international border inspection, after having the COC and entered the market, of course, post-clearance by customs, food regulations or telecommunication products, or this will be subjected to post-inspection, for example, market surveillance of their markings, where you have the security label, and whether their marketing materials put out the right information, whether, let's say, the lighting have IP6. Vincent, is like IP6, right? Or not?
Oh.
The customer one. Okay, so whether the customer claim to have that on their materials, printing materials, those will be the post surveillance and enforcement, which is we call pemantauan and penguatkuasaan, right? So next, under this mutual recognition, we have reciprocity, which is equivalent promises to recognize each other's regulation, be it Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, or Indonesia. We actually recognize each other regulations, all right, and we'll accept each other's standards in other countries to the one of its own. For example, Malaysia we call MS, Thailand is called TS, you know. So those are things we have to recognize and accept each other. So that will come under acceptance. Acceptance, there will be certain regulatory conditions for the goods and services required in one country, the exporting one especially, or we call the country of origin, okay, is equivalent to the conditions necessary in other countries, which is the host country or the importing countries. So if whatever MS standards we get in Malaysia, for example, if it's already approved, Thailand, Indonesia, we have to accept the same thing, all right? So under this harmonization and standardization, which you all can read up more in the online, this is actually to make like different domestic laws, regulations to be effective or similar to among these different countries, right? And for most of our work, when we do standardization, you come with like certain NACE code and what kind of standards they apply. For example, Anjegani, we are doing like radio frequency, you'll be like EN 301.511, okay, 301.908-1, 3, those kind of 3G and 4G. So those are going to be a common standard throughout in the world, okay? In fact, we were told by DSM auditors, whatever we are doing now is actually for the whole world. So, but our main short term, we actually looking at SEA, which we would like to have a lot of feedback from you all, like you guys are to help us on that, all right? So how do we, where are we in this whole thing? Of course, first of all, any products we have to go through testing, which is under testing, you look at labs, the calibration being done, and that will be under 17025, okay, ISO IEC 17025. But for that, most of the time will be by big government agencies or this, because they are the one going to invest in the multi-millions of test labs or this to do. But that doesn't stop like smaller outfit, corporate one to be doing. But at this moment, after discussing with Jegani, we are not going into this yet because we have received like the invitation from Indonesia to set up labs there. Unless you guys know of any funders willing to fund us to do these labs, we're more than happy, because Encik Gani himself is also from the background of lab testing, right, Encik Gani?
Yeah, I was doing testing previously in Jabatan Telekom. So.
He himself also accredited auditor for 17025, right? We are more focused on this certification work, which is on behalf of the regulatory bodies. We are going to do the conformity assessment, okay, based on the set of parameters and standards given to us. So our one will be under ISO IEC 17065, okay? And of course, post certification, there will be inspection bodies. For example, there will be ISO IEC 17020. This one is, if you're familiar with our AP cars, the cars which are coming in from Japan, those recon cars or those, I myself have experienced that. We went over to Japan and looked at how they do the inspection for the cars. So all these bodies will actually have to be accredited under ISO IEC 17020, right? So those are the inspection per se. So as you know, ASEAN-wise, under their sectoral working group, these are the joint committees. For example, electrical and electronic equipment, which is Vincent. That's why we get him here for his expertise, right? ASEAN also doing cosmetic, community, pharmaceutical. These are more the medical side. Food staff, Gerald's side. That's the reason why I'm having him here, right? Of course, there's others like traditional medicines, automotive. Actually, we have one Francis Lim. He's supposed to join us. He's formerly Mercedes as well as Proton, and currently he's with BMW. But today he apologized to all of us because he has a Munich Zoom call. Because of the shift of timing, he couldn't make it for today because he's having a Zoom call with Munich right now. All right. And of course, telecommunication, all this, we also looking for like the CS as well as like Tina to give us more information and from the industry, how we can make it better for the industry. Okay. So as far as now, that is the ASEAN information. Any questions from your side? If not, this is the overview of the experts where we source from the main focus industries, right? For example, Dr. Hood, telecommunications, multimedia, importantly in the policy and regulatory, right? Gerald himself, telecommunication, FMCG, okay. Tina, telecommunications, specifically CSGO, telecom and more content, okay. Vincent Tan Chin Seng, more of the electrical and lighting. Francis Lim Ting Piao will be the automotive. So that is what all the members confirmed as of October 2020. All right. So because of our Malaysia's practice of conformity assessment, how to bring them to the Southeast Asia, this will be the potential one. For example, telecommunication, electrical safety. Okay, just now Vincent mentioned about ST, which is the Suruhanjaya Tenaga, food and agriculture, good agricultural practices, MyGap, medical, water related will be like SPAN under SPAN, which we want to adopt some of the standards here. Once it's audited, we want to go to like, because I see a lot of potential in like Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar. These are the growing countries and a lot of water related standards they are adopting now. Okay, construction materials, more of if you have work in the related to like CIDB or this, please help us on that. Automotive safety, it can be helmet, tires, parts, as well as the safety belts. Even the baby, what do you call that for the baby to sit inside the car, baby chair. All right, those are the things. And of course, individual countries have their specific conformity standards, extra one. Okay. So if you look at HNCA as an organization, okay, we are represented by 4 board of directors, 4 directors being myself. There's another one, Weita, he's the CTO. Currently, because today he's in Japan and he just before the meeting, his phone dropped on the floor and cracked. So he had problem accessing back. Of course, we have Alfian, as well as NG Ong, she is the ex-Citibank audit, she is the finance director. So that will be the 4 directors. On the independent review panel side, we have you guys 6 members here, okay, to advise us. At the same time, once we are going to SEA, we'll have inclusion of members, expert members from Southeast Asia. Right now, actually, we are in talks with a few of them. So once we are running registered with their, what do you call that, Department of Standards over, let's say, Vietnam or Thailand, we will actually invite them on board. Okay? Okay, so under this, we have a certification panel where the certification department led by J. Abdul Ghani, the COO, assisted by the GM, Aida, she's an engineer by practice, Aida Razana, and a team of 7 certification officers or executives. And our mission is actually to boost this up to as high as about 30 to 40 of our team for product certification department. Because every time you have a new product standards add-on, we actually have to train and get a team of experts to be part of this certification team. Okay, and of course, we are also, for those who know us, we are also quite a IT solutions company. We have a number of IT back us up, okay, drawing experience from people in the Mitsubishi and NEC. All right. So any queries on this?
Clear?
Clear? Huh? Okay, let's move on. So what actually we do? There are a few things we are going to be doing. Product certification, that is where we assess the product based on the type approval. Once we confirm that it meets all the requirements, we'll award the company applicant with a certificate of conformity. With this, their product can go to, in Malaysia, you call the e-permit to clear customs and for sales in Malaysia. At the same time, those who have cleared with us, exporters, for example, a Bluetooth module manufacturer in Penang, once they get from us the COC, they can export over to EN recognized standards or FCC. Okay. Then the second thing we do is we are very strong in the product registration, or some of it you can call it the what do you call that? Product markings, you know, the holographic certificate, security label marking, where we track all this serial number and IMEI number. If you on your phone, you know, like for example, Samsung, you click your about phone, you can see all this regulatory information coming up. Okay. So besides that, we also do data sync with like e-permit customs, and also we are HRDF certified training training provider to provide our trainings like EN modules or this to fresh grads or graduates or those technical people. In fact, MDEC previously have tried to help us on this, and we got a lot of interest from like people like from Maxis and Celcom on that. Okay. So our previous profile, 2008 to 2015. We are the one who pioneered the product registration for all the communication and multimedia products. Okay, we have successfully registered more than 100 millions of products. All right, so our intention now is to get the certification from DSM to be accredited certifying body. Therefore, we are running a lot of trainings, for example, on assessment, evaluation, approval. All this will to fulfill the competencies of our staff. Okay, you can see here we do a lot of. We even do the train the trainer concept, because we expect our experts here, our staff, to go out overseas or locally to train the new teams over in Southeast Asia. Right. So this is ongoing. And we are very happy to say that DSM, Department of Standards Malaysia, did the audit for ISO IEC 17065 in last month in September. These are the recommendations to their board. Okay, of course, under point 5.A, 5A will be recommendation for accreditation of HarvestNet for product certification type approval under scheme 1A. And again, maybe you can tell them what is up to scheme 1A.
Okay, in the type approval, the certification processes, they've got different types, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. And the variation is depending on whether if you got like type 1A, you can issue certification marks, because in certain types, you are not allowed to issue certification marks. And then also it involves inspection, factory inspection. So it depends again on your scheme. So that's why they have got the various schemes there. And ours is on type 1A, where we can basically issue the certification mark and do a type approval of product on a batch basis.
That means both lah, dua-dua lah. COC dengan marking, right? And the label.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Okay. So of course, thanks to Anjagani and Pon Aida, we have actually have a very good trained, skilled, technically competent staff. All right, and the next thing is, in order for us to move faster, we actually adopting this fast track market adoption. where upon the certificate, getting the certificate of accreditation, that means officially become the ACB, we expect about, actually is probably early January now, because the SM did 2-3 meetings date, we scheduled already, because of the CMCO, we have to keep postponing, right? Even the audit from August, we have to postpone to September. Then October 2 meeting dates, we have to reschedule and postpone to November. Or I don't know when. Hopefully the cases don't rise up again. Slow down, then at least we can have a proper meeting. All right. So upon getting the ACB status, this is what we'll do is since we have the ACB status, the E2, our platform is ready, our software platform is ready. With the procedures, the expert teams, and doing customization. That means we customize according to the different country or different products requirement. We will actually run the whole operations under PPP. PPP is private-public partnership. That means it's almost zero cost to the local government agency, be it in Thailand or Myanmar. Okay. Therefore, because of the two things, is the cost is going to be quite high, and also the customization. Therefore, we actually, to make it faster, we are actively seeking for joint venture partners in these countries, especially because we are, in terms of language, is going to be a barrier for us. If you have seen like Myanmar, I think the language is really, we don't understand. Okay, so Thailand still okay. Therefore, with that, we will work with the partners to bring us the ACB, the certification requirement from the regulatory bodies, their local one. We'll add on all this additional. For Malaysia-wise, we are actually looking for partners to help us with the adding on, for example, the water. If Dato or any of you knows on the water side, the span, we actually want to add on those water valves, you know. And if it's for transport ministry under the RTD, we're also looking at the tire safety or those. So we hope that as IRP members, we can get a lot of support from this area. Okay. And like Philippines, we have been also assisted by the Matrix over there. I'll show you later on that. Okay. Well, in terms of the social economy, we are not just about profit-based company. We also hope to push the trade as well as a people economy as high as 20 billion for the whole Southeast Asia. This is, we did a calculation and with due diligence done by some of the what kind of audit companies are, professional audit companies. Okay. So this will be the thing. If you want more on this social economy side, we can actually give you more information. But mainly will be product certification, technical standards, as well as job placement. Because these people, after being trained, they can come out and become under the e-government initiative to become better assessors or verifier, reviewer. At the same time, they can become the industry consultants. Okay. So with that, in terms of software implementation, we are fast because we already spent about 3 years, coming to 3 years to develop the whole customization to fulfill local as well as ISO requirement. Okay, therefore now is instead of wasting, gonna spend like 3 years over here, we actually can strung the whole thing when we roll out in overseas. Okay, based on these standards, these harmonized standards is going to be only, we are expecting about 6 months to 9 months only per product introduction. Okay, Jagani, anything on this?
No, I think what you said is right, because with the state of readiness that we are in now, we can roll off almost immediately upon getting the accreditation and the license.
Yeah. In fact, the IRP, we thought after we get the ACB, then we run the IRP. But under the DSM, the auditors told us, hey, you're already ready. You have to make as if you are already commercially running all this ACB. Please get the IRP and have the meeting. That's why we very quickly pull you, come in and discuss with you formally, because everything they needed to be documented. Okay. So anything from the IRP members?
I'm listening. You?
Okay. So if not, I carry on. For update to your MDEC game program, in October, they actually help us with Vietnam. There's this local body. They are like the cyber giant, that kind of one, to promote digitalization of the government. Or this, they call QSTC. They are helping us now to see how to do the Vietnam market for this, because we do know that Vietnam, for example, their telecommunication, they are actually looking to set up the system, okay, for the tracking of the e-labeling as well as the standards. Okay, November, this coming 3rd of November, another game program will be looking at Thailand. Okay, and we hope to secure the support from AIS. Okay, AI is very big in, they are like the telecommunication provider in Thailand. Matrade, I'm very thankful to Matrade because they actually, under the trade commissioner themselves, they help us with Philippines, as well as in October, they have introduced certain people handling Vietnam. Myanmar, they have introduced to us the ministry itself. Okay, 3 ministries in fact. Okay, and November, what we really hope that the borders can open, because Philippines, we did a few rounds of virtual meeting already with the government people, and they keep asking us to go there, and because once you go there, it's easier to talk, right? So those are the things. Indonesia, we're exploring, but nothing concrete right now. Because Indonesia, okay, we currently Matrade, they say they'll come back to us on that. Okay. So for our own initiatives, if you look at it, October, November, we actually, besides talking to the joint venture members in Southeast Asia, we are actually in talk with 2 government funds, which they have, one of them actually have shortlisted us as one of the company which they will fund us. So more on that once we get more concrete information. Right now, we are not supposed to say anything. Okay, it remains confidential. And December, we hope to get the ACB, or probably January. Then that's where we can start working with the clients and the operations. Okay, with that, it's actually the end of my presentation. All right, so if you have any queries, you can discuss now, or if not, then we can carry on.
Congratulations, you have done a lot of work up to now, and I think what do you call it? The company is ready to support the industry in terms of all those things that you want to do. I think your dream is coming coming true. Hopefully, it will work as what you have been planning all this while.
Okay.
I think you deserve to be congratulated from the IRP people.
Gani, I have a lot of good support from Gani and Puan Aida. Okay.
Yeah, of course, all those people that you have
as from the technology side.
Yeah.
Okay. And
the only thing I would like to ask Mr. New is, in terms of how you fit in the whole what do you call it, organization of these different bodies, like where is Syrian, for example, in terms of its position. You are not subject to Syrian. You are just one of those Syrian's body, one of those body like Syrian, and under DSM. And beside you, are there anybody that doing possibly similar thing? Because it seems to be a lot of efforts done in order to enter into this whole business. You have been fighting through. So where is actually? I think the picture must be clear in this case, so that you know where you play the game, and how you respond, react to, for example, Syrians and possible competitive activities. You call it competition, or is it collaboration, something like that?
Basically, when we approach any countries, 2 main things opportunities I rather put it this way, 2 opportunities we do see. First thing is when we, for example, early January when we were in Thailand, main thing they are looking at is the experience and how we are do certain things, how to cover the market. For example, if let's say Malaysia side here, we have like 60% of the short range devices or any other products which are not being certified yet, it is flooding the market. So they are always asking us, how can we manage it as a corporate entity? Because this area, not many companies are aware or even want to spend time on this. But myself, since 1999, I'm doing this. So I believe with the experience, we can actually help them, not to say capture, but to make sure that this 60 or more than 50% of the uncertified market can be managed properly, that it becomes standardized and the product standards are getting higher. That's one thing. Then second thing, that means we are complementing the existing regulatory or government-based certifying bodies to cover this uncertified market. And it must be big enough. For example, Cambodia, they actually, uncertified market is almost 90%. Yet we are not going in yet because it's smaller than what we expected market. Right, so we want to focus on Thailand, Myanmar, all this, which have huge population. Okay, so complementary is number one. Then secondly is we do know that the software of the government agencies, all the while they have to pay money to get people to develop it, and the maintenance is going to be very expensive. That's why this area under our E2SaaS concept, we are more like a zero cost to them. We are going in then, we offer them the whole system, which is already custom built, ready, is almost fulfilling 80% or 90% of their requirement, because we are based on the ISO and EN standards for conformity and type approval. With that, with zero cost, PPP goes in, and they immediately within 3 to 6 months, they can try. If not, the government agency, always they have to pay very like 20 million or 10 million or 5 million be it US to build a whole system for the whole nation. At the same time, they may not be working like what they expect it to be. But drawing from our side, we have been doing this, I think, since myself, 1999, and Jegani longer. So the systems of this we build out are quite scalable and accommodating to what are the compliance requirements. For example, we even have the e-assessment for government officers, be it your verification, evaluation, reviewer, and approval. These 4 levels, it can be shown. And it's very transparent. You can track who is doing what. So this one, if the government is pushing for transparency and responsibility, or we call it accountability of their officers, okay, in order to support the industries, I think this is something they will want. So
are they not getting the support or assistance from SIRIM? This, for example, those people in Vietnam or in Thailand or in Philippines, are they not in touch with SIRIM?
Currently, what we do know is they just have the agreement under the MRA framework. Okay, but then no comments on that actually. Because government to government, sometimes the government agencies, they're not really aggressive to go into other countries' market, which is different. As we are a corporate entity, so we can move more flexible in our movement, right? So Anjegani, probably he can inform you because he worked in the G2G before, government to government. So Anjegani?
Okay, basically because I work both as in SIRIM and now in HarvestNet, so I can see the situation where we are not a competitor. I will look at it as we are trying to assist the regulator in a way, because based on the market surveillance, which I did when I was in SIRIM, we did this for MCMC, we find that despite having a regulatory body, there are still a lot of illegal products on the market. And basically, my personal opinion is that Serim alone is not able to address this illegal market. So where we basically comes in now, and since like New is from the industry, so we know how the industry works, how the industry thinks, and our approach is different, where we feel that we can address the community better where these illegal products are concerned. So this is our main area here now, because we are addressing the 60% that of the market are still consisting of illegal products. So in that way, I think we can easily go ahead and work, achieve what we intend to do without really affecting Serim in any way.
So you have the sky as the limit for you, Mr. New.
Okay. Of course,
You have a lot.
it's also basically also the right partners to get it done. We are working very hard on that. Okay. The only time is this year is a bit slow that we couldn't fly. If we could fly, then a lot of other things we can do. Okay.
Yes.
Those markets. Okay.
It's a positive development for the whole industries, not just communication, multimedia, but other industries that you listed earlier on, where you want to do things in terms of certification and so on. It's a really big market. So I think it is really an opportune time for the company to be involved. And it's not a question of competing, but it's, I think, a question of complementing as well, because Serim cannot handle all, as what Ghani said. So I think the future is bright, and the only thing is now you have to really put the right step forward, and hopefully you gain confidence from the industries. Yep. So I think that's what I can gauge as of now.
Thank you for your advice. So we will probably after this, Ghani and I will actually set another meeting also on get more in-depth details advice from your side, Dato. Okay. Anyone else from here? Do you have any issue? If yes, any. If not, then we carry on with the thing. Of course, this is we need to.
Everybody, I'm so sorry, but I have another call coming up, so I need to leave first. And apologize because I scheduled another call earlier. Yep. So I think I will go through I've gone through the documents privately. So I will meet you guys the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
So, okay, that's CS. Okay, so on our side, actually, we're also coming to the end already. It's just that these are the things we have passed to you for the October meeting. We need to look at the terms of reference, which I'll share with you shortly, and the confidentiality and impartiality agreement, because certain of our work is related to the government as well as the industries, whatever their patent or those, when we discuss in the meeting. So I need this document signed because we have to log in with the SM. Okay. So if you have any other recommendations, you please email back to us. All right. And basically, in terms of the roles and responsibilities, if you can see over here is two main one, which I put to you is identifying and monitoring the policies, action plans, controls, and minimize the threats, and to ensure consistency to impartiality. That means since we are handling a lot of the certification for conformity, if you do notice any of weaknesses in our procedures or this, how we do things, please let us know. All right. And of course, besides that, also the recommendation can be also on process transparency, feedbacks on the industry, especially like financial threats, etc. Okay, and our size is actually not less than 5, but we have 6, so it's okay. And the quorum wise, I believe we fulfill because we are supposed to have 4, but today we have more than that, 5 people attending. So with that, we are supposed to close the meeting already. Okay, instead of carry on more. So I wonder whether you have any things you want to feedback.
Is this IRP conference? What is that? What is the name? The terms of
Reference.
the review panel terms of reference IRP TOR 05 is one of those recommended by the DSM.
Yes, it's under 17065. One of the under the impartiality. And clause 5 kan? Clause 5, yes. That one we need to have the IRP.
Okay.
It can be internal organization to have a independent review panel, but we, instead of following what normal agencies, government agencies do, the Ghani will have a discussion. We say we include all the experts to come in.
Is it something that is being developed or devised by yourself, or is it being a common document by DSM?
These documents are rather common. It's just that inside, but of course, certain terms inside how we want to define it will be different. Like for here is like when they say experts from the industry, we have to define what industry. So for our side, we really want to focus on the future technology. Therefore, the ones under Fox research study, we find that automotive, electrical, because there's going to be wireless energy or this coming, or solar. That's why we are working on that. So energy, that is where Vincent is coming in. So automotive, we are going to have like the self-driving cars, all those. So that's why I want to get people like Francis to join us. Of course, in the food, FMCG, okay, coupled with the new technology for manufacturing, RFID, all this. That's where Gerald, okay, and also the Tina for RFID or CS, he does a lot of ZigBee, all those, and I thought side more of the policy, regulatory, or how the industry gonna move, because policy by the government is also very important. Important influence to whatever we are doing, right? It's not just technology. Therefore, we get all this, you ought to come in because we see is to future-proof ourselves. Okay.
Very good. Yes.
Okay. Tina, you have anything? Are we?
Yeah, so far okay.
So far okay, huh? So Gerald?
I'm good. So far, so good.
So Vincent?
Want to add on to what just now Dato' Hood has mentioned. It's not only about telecommunication there having a lot of those illegal or non-certified portfolio. In fact, not only lighting, but even a lot of electrical product also is illegal. I think this type of agency could actually help to, there is a form of synergy to help not only SIRIM, but also the rest of the ASEAN country. Because apparently right now, I also very hands-on on all these Dagangnet, e-permit, ST or SIRIM, MEPS standard or whatever thing. I can also have a chit-chat with the auditor. They are like, work until this, cannot breathe already. And there are a lot of complaints from end user, why you are so strict to me, but market, I still see a lot of non-conformant product. SIRIM themselves also don't know how to answer the market. So I think with more and more people like us, I think it also can help the market. And also maybe can bring up Malaysia as another hub that, hey, is about standardization. I think it's good. You bring more pro than cons.
Okay.
I think one point which I need to inform is that you need to be friend SIRIM, good friend of SIRIM. You have to, so that you move without much hurdles.
Right.
And possible you collaborate with them. I think that's the way forward, at least for the couple of years ahead. Then I think you will be able to be more acceptable to everybody in that sense. So it's important that at this stage, be friend with SIRIM and try to help them as well. So in that manner, I think you will fit in well, acceptable by them, and you can work together at the end of the day.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you, Dato'.
So,
Okay.
Gani, anything you want to add on?
Yeah, actually, just to elaborate on what Dato' said just now, it's true, because we don't want to be the enemy of anybody, right? So, and our tagline is also fast, fantastic, and friendly. So the friendly part is already there. We want to be friendly with everybody, not just regulators, but with the industry, which I think is one of the key points that be friendly with industry, because in that way we can work together and to remove most of this illegal market.
Okay. I think,
Okay.
Dato', anything closure? If anything for closing?
I think I'm very happy with the first meeting. Of course, we cannot go in details. I believe I can understand the directions because Mr. New has given us the framework how this HarvestNet is going to work, and hopefully in the coming meetings we will be having better understanding. And of course, perhaps you will have some sort of, because I think for companies normally they have some plan over 10 years, business plan, whatever you call it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then you can understand how you will be performing in the coming 5 years, for example, and where you will be at say 5 years time. So I think that sort of thing maybe help us for this panel to understand the direction, and you can always chip in where you can do that.
Okay, we'll have another one probably once we have the update from DSN, because we are supposed to be our scheduled meeting we're gonna have with them. Then we also have a number of questions we want to ask them, especially in relation to registering as a ACB in other countries, which is will help us to bring us to actually those agencies out there. Okay, then have a clear picture what are the things moving. Okay. Okay, give us maybe another 3-4 months to sort
Okay.
that. Time to time, we'll release more information, whatever updates we'll give to you. Okay.
Okay, I think that the only what do you call it clause is that you are not able to meet in person. We cannot share a cup of coffee. Possibly once the COVID pandemic already gone, you can meet and have coffee or tea somewhere.
I would love to get all of us together lah. Okay.
Of course, you promise for us to have a visit your what do you call it, the place, your office, your setup.
Sure.
Where is your lab, for example? I think we need to have a look at your what do you call it, the system, your facilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have taken about 1 hour of the time already. So that I'd like to once again on behalf of HarvestNet and our team, thank you so much for attending today's meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.